Hey everyone, to celebrate passing 500,000 subscribers, my friends over at G Fuel have bumped code IMMORTAL back up to 30% off until next Tuesday. So if you want to grab anything from the G Fuel site, like a new tub, shaker cup, or starter pack, now is the best time to do so. Ladies and gentlemen, hey hi, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. This past week was definitely not as exciting compared to last week, where obviously we saw the 1.23 update go live. You know, we didn't see any major title update this week. However, we did end up seeing quite a few things happen regarding Modern Warfare and Warzone. First off, we ended up seeing some new free rewards added into the game, including a brand new Growl blueprint. We actually got a second update this week aside from the playlist update that included some pretty interesting changes. And we've also got some new leaks pertaining to some upcoming changes and content for multiplayer and Warzone as well. So, as we break it all down today, if you guys enjoy the video at any point, let me know by dropping a like on it. And of course, if you are new to the channel, we are always covering the latest Call of Duty news, leaks, updates, intel, and pretty much everything in between. So feel free to subscribe with your notifications turned on to stay up to date with everything there. Now, first things first, let's dive into the new free rewards that Infinity Ward just revealed, because these are only going to be live for a set period of time. So, as we've seen throughout the previous seasons, pretty much every single season gets a unique set of Twitch drops that players can earn by simply watching Twitch streams that have drops enabled. And to be honest, I was starting to wonder if we'd ever see any Season 4 drops, because usually these drops happen in the first week or two of the season. But, lo and behold, the Season 4 Twitch drops are finally here. So, this time around, we see that there are 3 drops available to earn. The first one is going to be the Sensory Overload Spray, which you get for watching a drops-enabled stream for 1 hour. Then for watching for 2 hours, you get the Love the Bomb emblem, and for watching for 3 hours, you get the Bloodstream Growl blueprint, which in all reality isn't a half bad blueprint at all. This one actually comes with the Compensator, the Commando foregrip, the Tac Laser, and also Sleight of Hand. So just going off of this setup, this definitely plays more towards multiplayer. It's geared more for that in my opinion, but this will pretty much be a no recoil setup with those attachments equipped. And of course, if you don't like those ones all that much, removing them doesn't really take away from the look of this blueprint if you do want to rock something else instead. Anyways, in order to unlock these drops, as mentioned, you do need to watch Twitch streams for at least 3 hours, but there's also a few extra steps you need to take as well. So, step 1 is to ensure you have a Call of Duty account active. Chances are most of you guys probably already have this because of Modern Warfare and Warzone. Step 2 is to then link your Twitch and your Activision accounts together. And the link to this blog post, which breaks down how to do that, will be linked in the description below. Then, after you link your accounts, you should be all good to go and you can watch streams to earn the drops. Also, I gotta plug it, I will be streaming almost every single day while these drops are active, and of course, I'm gonna have drops enabled. These drops are actually live until next Thursday, so if you do want to come and watch my stream and earn these items, twitch.tv/WhosImmortal is where to find me, and that link is also down below. Oh, and by the way, I do know yesterday there were some issues with linking your Twitch and your Activision accounts together. I believe Activision is aware and they're working on a fix. So just a heads up, you may need to try that step multiple times to get it to actually work. Now, outside of the new drops, this week also brought with it a second update earlier yesterday, which, oddly enough, ended up changing more than Tuesday's playlist update even, as this mini patch contained multiple backend changes. So this update contained 7 general fixes in total, including fixes for incorrect text appearing as one of the SUV camos, the Rytech AMR not awarding the correct amount of XP when you have the explosive rounds equipped, so you are good to use those from here on out. Then they also fixed an issue where the Rytech AMR could actually one-hit kill while using the explosive rounds in Battle Royale. So they nerfed the Rytech AMR with this update, which is kind of weird all things considered, but more on that here in just a moment. Then they also fixed the fully loaded gun perk not working on the Rytech AMR, a bug where counter UAVs could be found in Warzone, so apparently those were not supposed to be available yet. We'll see more on that here in just a moment. And then there were fixes for an issue where field upgrades would not work in free-for-all, and finally an issue where players could go AFK while playing all or nothing in multiplayer. So definitely a few useful fixes here, but what is easily the most confusing part of this mini update is the fact that the Rytech AMR got nerfed, and they didn't fix the known issue where the Rytech AMR is supposed to be a one hit to the head in Warzone. Infinity Ward has even said the Rytech AMR should be a one-hit down if you hit a headshot. Yet, they ended up nerfing the explosive rounds and not fixing the headshot damage, which to me is just really strange. So hopefully that fix comes in Tuesday or Wednesday's update, whatever day we'll see the new playlist go live next week. Now, as I said, there's some pretty weird things going on with the counter UAV over in Warzone. Obviously, a few days back it appeared in the game for the first time. Suddenly players were having their minimaps blocked out, and other players were even seeing it appear out of crates. But it seems it wasn't actually supposed to be in the game yet. However, conveniently enough, our friend Geeky Pastimes, who we've talked about plenty of times before, found references to a handful of new content and changes in the files. Now, as always, Geeky's stuff will be linked down below if you want to go and check him out, but he actually says the counter UAV effect in Warzone looks like it'll be a lootable item from crates called a Scrambler Drone. I'm not sure how this effect is already happening. But of course, now we know the counter UAV was not supposed to be available yet, but it seems it will be returning at some point with a future update, not as the counter UAV, but instead as the Scrambler Drone. Now, to be honest, I wouldn't say it's the most beneficial or impactful item in game, but it can be very useful when used in the correct situation. Because if the Scrambler Drone acts the same as the counter UAV did recently, where it blocks out your minimap and even the entire map as well, including contracts and vehicles and the zone, basically everything you can see on your map gets blocked out and erased, you can definitely throw off enemies when the zone is moving by making them unaware of where the zone is moving to. So this could be a very niche item in a sense, I guess, and we should be seeing it return here pretty soon according to Geeky. Now, Geeky also went on to say that perk points may be coming to crates, which could be a pretty interesting dynamic. You open a crate and it gives you a random perk of some kind, which is honestly nothing too crazy, but it could change gameplay in a smaller way nonetheless. Then, he also says that the access cards are coming back soon, as there are now voice lines for the new characters of Price, Gaz, Rose, and Woods referencing said access cards. And of course, we haven't had the access cards since the start of Season 4 for a reason that we're still completely unaware of. But this would indicate that the Easter egg may be opening back up if the access cards are returning, because we know for a fact that some of the bunkers contain new lootable items like ground loot and crate spawns, and some of them have actually physically changed as well. So whenever the access cards do return, I've got a feeling that we're going to get a lot of answers when it comes to what's going on with the Easter egg in general. Now, Geeky also brought up some new info regarding a potential new multiplayer map known as Oil Rig. And we've talked about Oil Rig a bit in the past. Rumors say it is apparently going to be a remake of the MW3 map called Offshore, and here Geeky says, I think the upcoming Oil Rig map is something special. While the game is happening, you get a countdown for drilling to start, and there's loads of announcements going on. Looks like the drill will also overload at some point too. So basically what he's saying here is that Oil Rig could actually be a dynamic map in a sense that changes as the game continues. And we've seen a few maps like this in the past. Particularly Call of Duty Ghosts had a lot of maps that evolved during the match, so if Oil Rig does end up coming to the game, it could be a very unique map compared to what we've seen already throughout the year. And again, if it does become a map, it will probably release at some point in Season 5, seeing as we've had a lot of leaks regarding it recently. And Season 5 in general should be releasing here in early August, at least according to the countdown timer on the Battle Pass screen, so just keep that in mind as well. Also, just looking at the time frame that we have left for Season 4, we've got a few weeks full of a lot of uncertainty because the roadmaps are basically already complete. So there is a chance we could see one more surprise title update prior to Season 5 going live, and if that does happen, that update will probably leak a lot of content pertaining to next season and what it has in store for the game. Anyways, with all of that being said, that is effectively what we just learned about some of the future content and updates within Modern Warfare and Warzone, alongside some of the additional things that happened this week, and that is going to wrap things up for today. If you guys enjoyed the video, let me know by dropping a like on it, and of course, if you're new here and you want to stay up to date with the latest Call of Duty news, intel, updates, leaks, and everything in between, feel free to subscribe with your notifications turned on. That way you'll always know whenever I upload a new video. As I mentioned earlier, right now until Tuesday, my G Fuel discount code WhosImmortal will get you 30% off your entire order. So if you want to grab a new tub, shaker cup, or starter pack, now is a great time to do so. And if you do want to check out my Twitch, that is also linked below, and I will be streaming with drops enabled multiple times over the course of the next week. But once again, thanks so much for tuning in, and until next time, take it easy, have an awesome rest of your day, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.